Welcome back, Mercenaries! Oh, is it always 2:30? Seems like it's always 2:30. I wonder if the clock ever changes. So today, same thing. I'm gonna just record this little, dialogue with, of course, you know Rihanna. She loves talking. And after that, we're just gonna, I'm gonna jump cut to when I start recording a story mission. The reason I'm doing this, because I'll be quite honest, 30 minutes a day is not satisfying my personal interest of playing this game. But, like I said, I'm just gonna do, regular everyday missions. Nothing to see, just more of the same. But hopefully, when I actually record tomorrow night, maybe I'll do a battle mech, have something interesting to do. But anyways, let's go ahead and hear what Rihanna has to say.
Hello, Commander. I've just received a transmission from Spears. I thought you should hear it firsthand.
Okay.
Rihanna, Commander. I've been trying to find out more information on Black Inferno as you requested. What I uncovered is quite intriguing. Based on several reports from regional governments, combined with my own intelligence sources, I've been able to track some of Inferno's movements. Those movements correspond very closely with areas of increased refugee displacement within the inner sphere. Now, I believe the two are connected. How they're connected or why, I don't know yet. But when I do, I'll be in touch.
Interesting. I'm hoping we can use that confluence of events to help us track Inferno down. Make them pay for what they did. Right now, though, we need to keep earning money and increasing our combat strength if we hope to win that fight. If and when it finally comes. Our newest contract appears to be the result of Inferno activity, just as Spears described. After an Inferno attack inside Marek territory, Marek refugees fled for their lives. Their only path of escape was across the border into Liao territory. House Liao is refusing the refugees free passage back to Marek space, with the intent of destabilizing the contested border region. Not surprisingly, House Marek is incensed over the matter. All their diplomatic efforts have thus far been rebuffed. That's only exacerbated the situation. It's gotten to the point now that Marek have decided to take a different tack. They want us to send a message to House Liao by assassinating the local governor overseeing the detention of the refugees. Pretty sure that'll get their attention. The mission briefing has already been prepared, Commander. We leave any orders.
Copy that.
I don't know if I like the idea of interfering with great house politics to such an extent like that. So House Liao is the green, is the Capellan Confederation, and over here is the Free Worlds League. So shouldn't it be on the border of the two? Oh, here's Earth. There's Terra, neutral territories. It's the that's the origin of our. Very interesting. Oh, might have to take a detour over there sometime. Very interesting. That's a very Liao thing to do. Liao is known to fight through politics just as much as they fight through mech warfare. Mainly because, let's look at the map real quick. As you can see, Liao they're not doing too good compared to everyone else. They seem to be having a little bit of trouble. That would make them good employers, though, because they will be looking to they will be looking to hire help, since they're on the losing side. They're currently on the losing side, at least. Anyways, that is going to be the end of this little intro until I record the next episode. I'll see you there. And, of course, Funks is back. I've made a good bit of progress. Let's actually see where we are. So we started here, Mercenaries Row, went to Inferno's Wake, and now I am currently campaigning in the Apex Mining Syndicate area and the Davion Kurita front line. Yeah, we're right. This is actually where we are right now. We are in this 5 Skull area, just one of the borders between the Draconis Combine and the Federated Suns. And while I was here, though, I'm like, oh, look at this. It's Deschler. Why is Deschler important? Well, there was going to be another Mechwarrior 5. It was actually pitched a few years ago. It was actually going to be a multi-platform game. it was going to be available on console, in other words, in addition to PC. It was going to be a cooperative campaign, and it was going to take place on the planet Deschler. I'm pretty sure it was, at least. And that means, well, to no surprise, it should be that the story was going to be about a conflict between the Draconis Combine and the Federated Suns. Of all the different houses, you know, over here you've got Steiner, Kurita, Davion, Liao, and Merrick. I would say the two sides that hate each other the most are the Combine and the Federation, the Federated Suns. They do not get along at all, and really the only thing that stops their rivalry, like, you know, like the severity of it really, is probably the clan invasion, because the Combine gets really trashed when the clan, well, everyone gets trashed, but the Combine gets especially damaged by the clan invasion. But anyways, so what I think is kind of neat is when we are in this area, we actually get some different missions. Frontline support for Davion and for Kurita. They have different things. So House Kurita's representative says the coordinator of the Draconis Combine, that's the name of the sovereign, that's their, like, president of the United States, or, you know, their prime minister. Although, you know, they're not a democratic state. So the coordinator is their sovereign. So the coordinator of the Draconis Combine has issued a general call to arms to enlist the aid of any mercenary commands willing and able to assist in the defense effort against the invading forces of the Federated Suns. House Kurita's vast, skilled military forces are preoccupied with pursuing conquest along the wide borders of the Great Combine. Accept a contract with House Kurita and chase glory in combat as you defeat the honorless Davion forces. Payment is fair and competitive. So the Combine, if you didn't know, all of the houses can trace their ancestry back to Terra, Earth, aka Earth. The Combine can trace its ancestry back to Japan, for example, so they are heavily influenced by Japanese culture. A lot of their battle mechs look like samurai warriors, and their special forces unit, DEST, or I don't know what DEST stands for, I just know that that's what they're called, DEST, is said to be loosely inspired by the legends of the shinobi. I don't know if that's even true or not, or if that's just kind of like propaganda to try to make the Combine seem cooler. But supposedly, yeah, they basically the concept is that the Kuritans have this kind of samurai honor thing going, but then they've got the ruthless ninja behind it, where they're kind of like, oh, you know, we're honorable, but our special forces do the dirty work that, you know, that our honorable samurai are unwilling to do, or shouldn't have to do. So let's see what the Davion call to arms is. Their representative says, this is an open broadcast to all Davion loyalists and enemies of the Draconis Combine. Oh my, so you don't have to be loyal to Davion. If you just hate the Combine, they want you to. First Prince Hans Davion, that's their head of state, is ready to bring the gift of liberty to those suffering under the boot of House Kurita. You could carry the flag of freedom to those worlds, taking part in the liberation by running support missions for the mighty and victorious Davion invasion forces. Aid our cause by destroying critical installments behind enemy lines. Don't wait. Joined the armed forces of the Federated Suns today. So, just as the Combine can trace its roots to Japan, the Federated Suns are basically futuristic United States. They have the same kind of, like, democracy at the end of a shotgun kind of theme. The Federated Suns are kind of seen as both the good guys, but also as kind of like these pretentious douches that a lot of people don't like as well. Like, they think they're, like, so righteous and whatnot. Anyways, enough of the little brief history lesson. So let's look at our new battle mechs. And I've collected a few. I found that I picked up a few smaller battle mechs. We got our Javelin is back. This is the traditional Javelin with the two SRM-6s. It's basically a missile boat. The SRM-6s make it kind of like a walking shotgun because it just unloads a giant blast of them at once. And then I picked up the Firestarter recently. And the reason for this is because sometimes, like, the drop limit is like 150, 175. Like, you know, maybe I could squeeze 4 mechs in if I use smaller mechs. So having a variety of mech weights is going to let me deploy 4 people more effectively. Additional mechs that we've added, we've got the Kintaro and the Hunchback and the Trebuchet returns. All 3 of these are in the Battletech strategy game. This version of the Hunchback is actually the laser one. You can actually see, like, if I tilt it there, you can see the shine of the laser pod. This mech has 8 medium lasers. 8. There's 6 there, 1 on the arm, and right underneath it's up right underneath its hands. Can never go wrong with a Hunchback, especially in the early game. Hunchback brutalizes enemies with its extreme firepower. I am going to start piloting some of these other mechs, because I think they're actually worthy of being piloted. I don't want to pilot a mech with thinner armor than a Javelin. I'll just put it that way, because it'll just get me destroyed. Like, I need to have, like, enough armor. We got our fire support mech. This is the, what's the Trebuchet, armed with a pair of LRM-15s, 1 in the side torso and 1 in its hand. And I think I left it basically the same. I might have made some adjustments to boost its armor, but it's very close to its original design. Our Hunchback has been slightly modified. I got rid of the small laser and I just boosted its armor. And I traded some firepower for more armor and heat sinks just to, you know, survive longer. I've modified the Kintaro a decent bit. The typical Kintaro has, I think, either 2 or 3 medium lasers, and then it has an LRM-5, and I'm like, nah, screw that. So I just have 3 SRM-6s, that's it. And then all of the remaining weight went into a little more ammo, more armor, and more heat sinks, because the Kintaro, amazing attack mech. I was going to call it an assault mech, but that might confuse you in the weight, but it plays the role of like a storm mech. Excellent armor, 368 armor, our heaviest armor. It's very fast, 81 kilometers. And let me tell you, 3 SRM-6s, that destroys things up close. And it's pretty fast and heavily armored, so it gets up close. Anyways, let's go ahead and launch a mission. We're going to go ahead and do... Which is the lower of these 2? I've been trying to build up my favor with the Combine. You can see here I got him to friendly. We've been losing friendship with Davion, but I can go battle some pirates to get them back to liking us. So I don't have to. I can have them both. I can get them both to like me. So I'm not. It's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and see what the Combine. Let's see if we take this mission. Will this one go away? That's one thing I'm wondering. Let's try this one out. We accepted the mission, and looks like it takes place over here. So let's head on out. Oh yeah, so I will slow down a bit. I mean, I'll probably still continue playing, but I want to actually pilot each of these mechs once to kind of show you what makes them cool. And like, yeah, I'm going to use all of them. Well, I already used the Javelin, and so you've seen 3 of them. You've seen the Javelin, the Centurion, and the Shadowhawk. So I'll be piloting different mechs just so you could see how they perform. So here is the special mission. Ooh, it's a 20. That's a pretty high mission. So it says, House Kurita says, the 41st Avalon Hussars have pushed into Combine territory and are on the verge of claiming several systems. Much to our shame, their efforts have been successful, but their arrogance will be their downfall. They've set up an ammunition depot on one of the worlds that belong to us. Destroy the depot so that we may greatly neuter the 41st effectiveness in this invasion. Okay, so this is the highest difficulty mission I have tried, so I want... Well, I can only get 1 damage. I have a feeling there's going to be decent salvage here, so I'm going to put 4 in there and the rest in there. So we're going to be paying basically 1,000,000 sea bills. That's enough to salvage a mech and, you know, some damage coverage. So this is what I'm talking about. Tonnage limit is kind of awkward. So let's just remove everybody. So you're going in, and I'm going to send in my better pod. This guy's brand new. I've been upgrading our pilots when possible. So, let's see. I'm gonna go in the Hunchback, and you are going to go in the Centurion. We have 75 tons remaining, so you're gonna go in... Okay, the Trebuchet's too heavy. Let's try the Blackjack and the Javelin. There you go. 175. This is not a bad team. Like, with the Blackjack provides long-range fire support. The Javelin is a little bit fragile. I might tell the Javelin to follow me. Or like, I just don't want it to go into the front. But yeah, this is what we're gonna go with. So, this Hunchback, its weapons are 8 medium lasers, which is good, but medium lasers don't fire very quickly. So, I'm probably going to focus on... I'm going to have to trust my allies a bit to thin out some of the vehicles. I need to shoot at the things that have a lot of health.
Online.
Just because, like I said, the medium lasers,
online.
they don't charge very quickly.
Weapons
So,
online.
if I have to pick
All
between
systems
shooting things,
phenomenal.
I might ignore things like turrets.
Avalon Hussars are making a hard push into Draconis controlled planets. We'll let the official Kuritan forces handle them head on.
There we go.
In the meantime, we're tasked
You
with
can
going
see what
far
those-
left of
those
line
pods
and
shoot.
crippling their ammo stashes. Let's get in and out quickly. I don't want to spend too much time out here. Scratch that target off the list.
Got that one. Oh my god, I keep trying to shoot, but it's like recharging. Well, there's a ton of enemies there. Okay, I don't want to go too far ahead because they're just going to expose me to more fire. So I'm actually just going to chill right here. Oh my god. Did you see how fast that guy went down? So we're going to use this to kind of block some of those things in the back. Oh my god, look at the assassin, look at the top right. Oh, I lost track of it. Where is he? Oh my god! Can you see this? That thing ain't dead? What is that thing? Oh, it's a partisan heavy tank? Wow. It was tough. It's so overkill.
Critical.
Oh, I need to stop shooting. And I need them to stop shooting me.
Target acquired.
Prepare to get zapped! I need to stop shooting. I'll just shoot 2 lasers. I have a second weapon group that doesn't fire quite as many lasers.
Enemy mech destroyed.
There we go.
Objective down.
Target.
Where is our target? Okay, it's like this. There's just a huge quantity of enemies here. It's like, oh my god. Okay, so we've actually thinned them out enough that I think I didn't want to see there's no cover here. I didn't want to come out this far. I felt like that would be like I'd take a ton of damage. So I'm glad we were able to use the walls to our advantage there. It's very important that my right torso is not destroyed. My right torso is where all my weapons are, so it would be really nice if that didn't get destroyed.
I got it.
Get out of my way. Oh my gosh. Alright, so the Hunchback is one of these mechs that it's got a ton of firepower and a very heavy armor, but it has to give something up at its speed. This mech has the speed of a heavy mech, like a mech that's like 25 tons heavier than it. So it's got to give something up. You know, you can't have it all, and that's what you give up. I think the Hunchback's redesign looks really cool. I don't know what that circular thing is on its back, but I think that's really neat. What's wrong with Buddy Boy over there?
Target
Oh, so we
acquired.
can check their damage now. Looks like he got shot up in the back. Oh, he's in danger of losing his AC-10. That would be unfortunate. The Blackjack is okay. And looks like the Javelin got a bit cooked as well. No armor breaches yet, though. Hopefully, we'll have hopefully that little combat right there was most of their forces. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm also hoping that it's not just an empty wasteland up ahead where there's no cover at all. Oh, so you can see right here, like on the right, there's my big old laser pod. Anyone home? Hello? It's totally a wasteland with no cover. Well, there's a hill. There's nobody here? Oh, what's that? LRM-20 carrier. Finish it off. Don't stop shooting it. Okay, good. They got him. What is that? That's the Partisan AC-2 heavy tank? There is like no cover here. I need to get to the wall and like start reducing the angles I can be shot at. I want to destroy that heavy tank. Actually, I'm gonna just quickly zippity zap this mech. Let's get this guy. There we go. Alright, so we're entering into the base area. I'm gonna have the Javelin F4 form on me. I don't want the Javelin to lead the attack because he's the fastest. He can easily outpace us. Let's just punch a hole in right here.
Target.
Coming in! Did anyone invite me? Oh, what's that? Not happy to see me, are you?
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
That's a turret? Or I should say it was a turret. Something is shooting at me. Okay, looks like it's dead. You might not think that... You might not be too impressed by medium laser. Aren't they just kind of a support weapon? They frequently are a support weapon, yes. But, well, that's it. We did it?
All ammo warehouses have been confirmed as destroyed. It's a shame I couldn't get our guys down there to try to steal some of the goods. Oh well, the paycheck should more than make up for it.
That was way out of range. What am I thinking? I want to destroy this. Maybe I can get through the wall here. Wow. Let me through the wall. Okay, there we go. Up we go. There we go. What is this? Is that another... Oh, it's a manticore. I'm not in range, though. Evasive maneuvers by Hunchback standards. Oh, I avoided it. Don't say I didn't avoid that PPC. I avoided it. Although it's probably more accurate to say he just missed. It's not so much I avoided it so much as he just had bad aim. Okay, look at this. Whoa, my god, evasive maneuver.
Target destroyed.
It looks like repairs are going to be pretty good, to be honest. Okay, that mission looked really hectic in the beginning, but I think using the walls and that kind of initial base that we started at, I think that really made a difference. Why are you showing the Centurion? I'm in the other mech. Let's see. House Kurita says the professional soldiery liaison recognizes your exceptional service, a raid worthy of a haiku. Davion responds, enjoy your victory while you can, for we will return in force. If you choose to stay in the snake's employ, be wary. Mark my words, they will eventually bite you when you are no longer of use to them. Yeah, people say that the Combine is very ruthless, and as a result... Well, let's get all these AC-2s, I'll take them. Yeah, a bunch of good-looking AC-2s. They say that the Combine is, like, so ruthless that, you know, they can't be trusted. The Combine often is, you know, they tend to not treat mercenaries too well because they see them as dishonorable. But they also say that the mercenaries that work hard enough to gain the trust of the Draconis Combine are well paid as well. Let's get these. So I've noticed, like, I've always wondered, is there a way to tell if your mechs got, like, component damage? And normally I could tell if these other bars have red on it. Like, these ones don't, so it tells me that all they have is just armor damage, like superficial damage. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like, oh, there's still more support. Oh, so it lasts multiple missions. So let's pursue this campaign. The other reason we have so many battle mechs is there are some missions that require back-to-back deployments without repair and resupply, so I like to have a second line of battle mechs to swap into. Alright, let's see. Our mechs don't need any repairs, so here's the new contract. Frontline support. Thus far, the 41st Avalon Hussars have successfully executed multiple objective raids on several Federated Suns worlds. They have established a command post near what we believe to be their next target. According to intercepted and decrypted communications, eliminate the command post before they can launch their next raid. Also a 20 difficulty. Take it, let's go to an 8. Oh, so it looks like we actually have 1 point hanging. Okay, that's fine. That means we're just going to get the maximum payout. So, once again, we're just going to swap things around. I'm going to use the Kintaro this time, which puts us 5 tons over. So I'm going to swap somebody out. Maybe I'll swap you out like that. And there we'll have... That's it right there. So we'll have the Phoenix Hawk, the Blackjack, and the Javelin. And this time I will be leading the attack in the Kintaro. The Kintaro, similar to the Hunchback. It's very... This way I've designed the Kintaro, it's very, very aggressive, gets in your face, but like the... But just like the Hunchback, if the Kintaro can get its hands on you, it will destroy you very quickly. Like, if I can, and if I have the aim. Basically, if I can land the SRM-6s, then you won't be standing for too long. Also, pretty cool looking mech. It's also a very pretty fast mech.
Attention to the unidentified Leopard dropship. You are intruding on restricted 41st Avalon territory. Approach any further, and you will be struck down with the most fearsome of force.
Well, there goes the stealth option. No point wasting any time. Get in there and give them hell.
Behind us.
Target acquired.
It is a...
Destroyed.
Oh, that rock? I couldn't smash that rock? Are you joking? Well, now that we are ignoring their warning, they certainly know why we're here. I can't believe I can't walk through these rocks. Give me a break. I can't hit those helicopters. Like those helicopters are going to be... How can I approach this without, like, everything concentrating its fire on me? That's kind of what I'm curious...
Our target is now moored. Go get him.
Okay, I think we are just gonna have to run into the combat. Oh, that was a terror. I changed my mind. I have officially changed my mind. There is a lot of enemies here. I just don't want them all focusing on me. That's all I care about right now. Okay, I'm gonna start trashing all the vehicles. Just like this. I'm just gonna raid all of the vehicles and just thin the enemy out. And I'm gonna trust my allies to kind of just keep them busy. Oh god! I didn't watch my heat. Fortunately, they're not paying attention to me. That's fine. Oh god, I did it again! Okay, I actually gotta let myself cool down. Whoops! Ow. Shooting me is against the rules.
Destroyed.
To not generate quite as much heat? Okay, it looks like we thinned them out. You can see I was raiding them for a moment. I'm pretty fast, light mech. I'm not slow. I can keep pace with you. Now he's feeling it.
Enemy destroyed.
Oh, got his leg. That's the end of you. I was just letting myself cool down just enough to act. You dare! How dare you! Oh, I'm just gonna ram through these guys.
Keep at it, everyone.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, coming through. Yeah. 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 Oh, yes. Oh, I was off slightly there. No! I can't handle the heat if I miss.
I'm showing heavy damage to a number of the...
Oh, I see his leg is really beat up. Yeah! 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 Okay, he's almost down. No! I don't want to shoot you at point blank range. That's the end of him. Okay, someone needs to actually care about destroying the base. That should probably be me.
Tango down.
Time to just, see my way through. Ugh. Ah. Oh, coming through. I hope none of this was too important. I mean, I'm still learning to pilot the mech. You know, I don't know how to drive it too well yet. It's a complete accident. How dare you? Ah! I'm just gonna let my allies kill. What's this? Don't know if that explodes. Gonna keep my distance from it. Ah, this looks important. You wouldn't mind if I take a look inside, would you? So sorry. Oh, does this look so... What about this radio dish? I hope you don't need that.
Even our primary forces are firmly on the front line. Be sure the Federated Suns High Command will hear about this.
I guess there's no more reason to hang around. Let's get you out of here, Commander.
Target destroyed.
I'm gonna trash with some... I kind of want to destroy one of these mechs along the way back. I'm not going to lie.
Acquired.
I wanted to blow you up. Yes, how do you like the feel of that? Oh, God!
Enemy destroyed.
I can agree with that. You definitely should eject. That chopper's dead. What is that over there? A locust. It's in the missile variant, so he's gonna keep his distance. Looks like our javelin took a bit of damage. Actually, all of his limbs are still intact. I thought that maybe he lost a weapon. I'm not sure why. It's probably okay. Yeah, he does have some armor breaches, but hopefully he didn't lose a weapon. That's because you're in a Locust 1M.
Dropship on approach, Commander. Prepare for extraction.
There we go. So hopefully you can see a little bit of the difference of the play style, you know, just looking for that opportunity where they're not going to focus fire on me and then just kind of running in there and just like raiding all of the weaker targets with the missile launcher. Went a little crazy. I got a little too into the raid and I didn't give the mech a chance to cool down. Hopefully that's also why you see why I redesigned the Kintaro to have less weapons. This actually has less firepower than normal because even with this, with even more heat sinks than it had before, we still had the problem of overheating. Kurita says, may your blade always shine and your honor never fade as you continue serving the professional soldiery liaison. House Davion says, instead of facing us in honorable battle, a good and upstanding commander was killed due to your cowardly attack. I see the snake's double talk of honor and deceit has wormed its way in. I hope you're content in the viper pit you've dug for yourself because you will be hard-pressed to find a way out. The reason they call them snakes is because, you know, their symbol is the dragon, and they're, you know, like, you know, it's like calling a tiger a cat instead of a tiger. It's like, you know, I'm sure you guys could figure that. I'm sure it wasn't like a super, like, innovative insult from the... Oh, these are some decent quality medium lasers. We're not using PPC right now, so I don't really want to take it. We are using LRM-10s. And the rest of this stuff doesn't even look super important. So after that, I'll just click down the list and just take everything like that. So overall, our damage coverage was very close. It just seemed like pretty good. I was hoping to salvage a mech, but So it looks like the Javelin did lose an arm, but the Javelin doesn't house its weapons in its arms, so it may not... Yeah, like, that's a pretty low repair cost for losing a limb. So I don't think any of the components were actually damaged. Oh, here we go. Frontline support for Kurita. I guess we completed it. House Kurita says, "Arigato, Commander, for answering our call for assist." Oh, there's something you might know about the Japanese language. They do not pronounce their R's like we do, like Russian or roulette or rigmarole. They pronounce their R's kind of like a rolling D sound. Anyways, despite being a warrior without a master, you have shown commendable loyalty and honor in coming to our aid. When Davion forces attacked, a Mechwarrior within my command abandoned his duties, and with it, his claim to his family's battle mech. Remember, okay, this is me talking to, remember that these battle mechs are typically, like, since we're mercenaries, you don't get to see that very much, but if you read the books and those are going to come from the perspective of the warriors being of a noble lineage. Yes, maybe they're lesser nobles or not major nobles, but most mech warriors, they come from a noble lineage. They're like futuristic knights, and yeah, they often have a family battle mech. In the strategy game, it was the Blackjack, which we now happen to have one. Anyways, in honor of answering the Combine's call to arms, I gift it to you, along with our finest pieces of salvage from the Davion invaders. May it serve you well. So it looks like his ancestral mech was a spider, which we will be selling. We've got a oh my god, a Kaliyama AC-10. It's 4 stars. First 5. Might put that on something good. And we got a decent quality SRM-6. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see it. So it looks like now that we've because we're still in the Kurita Davion conflict zone. It looks like now that option to choose the Davion side of things is gone. So it was an issue of one or the other. Let's go check our damage report. So all superficial damage. That's what we want to see. Over here. Superficial damage. What's very, very cool looking mech. I think you'll agree that the Phoenix are very, very much an elegant looking design. And then up here is our ancestral Blackjack. I will be piloting it. I think the stock Blackjack is actually pretty good in Mechwarrior. It's not as good in BattleTech. Like, I'm not a big fan of the AC-2 in the strategy game, but I think the AC-2 is actually a really good weapon maybe not in PvP against other players, but in the campaign, the AC-2 is really good because the actual storyline role of the Blackjack is to destroy basically thin out the hordes of lightly armored and moderately armored things at a distance. So it swats down like the helicopters, the light and medium tanks, just kind of picks away at them with its highly rapid fire AC-2, and that's just super, super good in this game right here. Superficial damage though. Let's take a more detailed look at the Javelin. Okay, so it did lose its left arm, but there are no components here, so that's why that's why it's so inexpensive. That's why it's just a pretty cheap repair bill. So let's go ahead and just completely repair that. And let's check the market real quick. Yeah, let's sell off the spider, because we don't need that. Worth a decent bit, though. It's worth 1.3 million C-bills, so we'll take it. And yeah, overall, like 2 profitable missions where the damage could have been worse. No component losses. That's where you really start to... Really expensive when you got to start replacing components, especially if we lose like a higher quality weapon. But at any rate, hey, that's going to be the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Like this video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries campaign content. And of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.